だけの力を。
プレイヤーエフェクトマルスとの接続開始。発射まで2秒。軍神よ、我を呪え。空うがつは涙の星。ティアードロップフォトンレイ。花の形をした炎よ、消えろ。私の前からいなくなる。私には破壊しかない。他には何もない。
だから滅びるしかないというのか。壊すだけの手では何もつかめないというのか。怒り心頭にも程がある。それこそが貴様の唯一にして最大の欠点だ。目に見えるものが全てと思い、目に見えぬものを怖がっている。自分はこの世界には不要なものだと。それは世とて同じだ。所詮は小さき人の身であれば、見えるものなど世界のわずかなかけらに過ぎぬ。罪も犯す、過ちも、そしていつしか償いを果たす時が来よう。だが貴様はまだだ、アルテラ。命を知らぬ貴様はまだ世界に生まれ落ちてもいない。熟者に負けるわけにはいかぬ。かつて全てを諦め自らを閉ざした愚か者の先達としてな。貴様に見せるは喝采の花。観念して味わうがよい。
なぜ私にこんなものを見せる。美しいものなど私は。
The maiden in white is howling. The sound she makes is not one of fear. She is trembling before an enemy she must defeat. She is in Saber's theater, where gold enshrouds everything the eye can see. She is fascinated and enraptured, both by the Acis Domus aria and by the girl who hides this golden theater within her heart. Saber's noble phantasm isn't just beautiful, I'm not reading that again by the way, it is the culmination of her life as a servant. The Emperor may have lived as a flamboyant life, but was betrayed by everyone she knew and died a lonely death after all was said and done. And even despite that, she raises her head proudly as she sings. She proves that her life was wonderful, including the glory and decay and the betrayal and the destruction. Her song describes a life lived in beauty.
わからない。なぜこんな。
The contents of Saber's heart rain down upon Altera. She understands the strength of Saber's noble phantasm, that it is more than a beautiful spectacle, that every atom of its existence is saturated with love and applause for all who lived in the moment. That is, it's possible for us to understand one another. That even if she is a monster, it's worth taking her hand.
許せ、アルテラ。最後は少々卑怯な手に頼ってしまった。月の王権の全力をもってすれば光の柱を耐えることもできようが、さすがにレガリアが壊れかねぬ。それでは本末転倒だ。故に絡め手を使わせてもらった。
Yes, it was a method Saber wouldn't normally have at her disposal. The one who was swallowed about the pillar a lot wasn't Saber herself, but a fake cyberframe that was identical to her, down to the last detail. It was bait, made with the regalia's function as the majority of casters' mana. In short, it was a sneak attack using a body double. Casto was the one who provided the decoy. She undoubtedly the only one who could make a cyber frame convincing enough to fool Altera, especially during the heart of the battle. All we had to do was wait for the right moment, switching out with the real Saber. Saber succeeded in catching Altera off guard, using the presence concealment skill temporarily bestowed upon her by the function of the regalia.
奏者よ、負担をかけたな。疑似電脳体だったか。あれの操作は実に見事であった。
何をしているのだ、お前たち。私にはまだ戦う力がある。お前たちを破壊できるのに、剣をなぜ捨てる？
そんなもの決まっておろうが、対話するためだ。本当のところ貴様はどうしたいのだ？何を恐れて何が欲しいのだ？
Saber is laying both her sword and her life on the line. We didn't plan this part beforehand, but I'm not surprised by her actions. It's just like Saber to do something like this. That's why I'm standing here as well. If Altera intended to continue defying, she could defeat Saber without breaking so much of a sweat, and I'm not about to let her die alone. And I want to ask her too. I want to ask the maiden in white why she's giving up on everything.
貴様には求めるものがあるのだ。故に世の言葉を無視できない。故に今もマルスの剣で世を切り捨てぬ。答えよ。貴様は何を求め、同時に何を諦めたのか。
Saber is asking what is precious to her, what she fears, and what she wants.
伝えてほしい。でなければ世にも奏者にもわからない。貴様は人ではないのかもしれぬ。言う通りの怪物なのかもしれぬ。しかし人の言葉を介して語り合えている。ならばやはり貴様は私と同じものなのだ、アルテラ。世には人の形をした怪物もある。怪物のままの怪物もだ。だが貴様は違うであろう。
なぜそこまで私のことを。なんだ、私はお前たちを知らない。お前たちだって私を知るまい。なのにどうして私に語りかけ続ける？
そこがちと違うのだ。世は見た。
Just point this out, Hakuno looks dead in the background.
彼方の奏者との出会いと別れを。ようやくこれを話せるか。少し長いぞ。
Saber begins to talk about the record that came from the parallel world, about the body of Hakuno. The record contained images and sounds that may not match perfectly with what we find here. The Altera and her prisoner of our world. There are plenty of differences, even in the short span of what we've seen for ourselves. However, they still are fundamentally the same beings, so...
見せられたのだ。ああ、見せられたとも。たっぷり1ヶ月分な。データゆえ、時間にすれば2秒もないが。あれは、正真正銘の人生の記録だった。貴様と分割された肉体のみの奏者の温かな日々だったのだ。ならば世も感情移入ぐらいする。魂すべてを込められた最上の舞台を見て心を動かさぬ者がいるか、バカ者。
見ていた。私を、私と我が
Oh, we
マス
saw
ターを。
everything.
平行世界、優勢のことも遥かな過去のことも今のことも 前たちは最初から私を知っていた。私たち二人を、私の諦めた私たちが行き着く先さえも。
顔を上げよ。世は断じて貴様を支持する。なぜならば彼方の世界にいて貴様が美しいと感じ、その別れを惜しんだ者は世も心の底から美しいと感じたのだ。それは彼方の貴様も同じであろう。草原に生きた頃、肉体の奏者と寄り添った時間を貴様は愛おしんだ。そしてそれは彼方の奏者もまた同じだ。それを伝えたくて、守りたくて、あの奏者はこの道を選んだ。存在すべてを費やして彼方へと記録を届けた。それが全てだ、アルテラよ。彼方の奏者はもういない。永遠に失われたが、その思いはこうして今も響いている。聞こえるはずだ。なぜなら同じ旋律がこの世界にあっても響いているのだから。その
Oops, my trigger finger happened. Hit A too quick.
私は優勢のしもべ、先兵、破壊の化身、殺戮の機械、そんなものより今はマスターと共にいたい。今マスターを思うこの私と彼女を失いたくない。この世界に私たちも生きていたい。二人でいつかあの草原の風を感じて精一杯生きて生きて生きて、いつか人のように命を終わりたい。
Well, well, you finally said the words I was waiting to hear, Altera. You had me nervous about how this was going to turn out, but you know what? We have to do now, right? The body looks a little embarrassed, but still extends her hand to Altera. The words that she said the other day come to mind. Nothing would change then. That alone is enough to write Altera a new ending. That's what they meant. That we couldn't change her ending if Altera didn't want to save herself. If she didn't want to try to fulfill her dreams.
確かに聞いた。貴様の思い、貴様の願い、すべてを知った。彼方の世がライバルと認めた乙女よ。今こそ世はその願いを叶えたい。悪しき優勢を恐れる必要はない。世と奏者がレガリアをもって貴様を救おう。
What is it?
アリ
どうしたのだ突然。昆虫型のエネミーなど
Nero's
こ
great.
の辺りにおるまい。
アリが
アリがもしや誰かの中、もしや優勢側の新たなサーバントか何かか。
Okay, I can almost buy that much of a misunderstanding, but come on, Saber. You know what she's trying to say.
なんだ奏者、こういう時にふざけるものではないよというような顔は。世は何も冗談などは。
ありがとうセイバー。 感謝を述べる。私たちの在り方を知ってそう言ってくれる者がいるのだと分かった。それだけでも十分なくらいだ。だからありがとう。
かわいいではないか。ありがとうと言いたかったなどと、まさかそんなにも可愛げのある反応とは。そうじゃよ。余は生涯兄弟姉妹を求めたことはなかったが、妹というのも悪くないな。
Saber, I understand how you feel, but we have things we need to do first, right?
分かっているとも。有言実行こそが世であるからな。二言なく世は貴様たちを救いたい。そのためにはおそらくマルスの剣が必要となる。大切な宝具であろうが貸してくれるか。
We get the pin sword. Still no save point? Oh boy, long episodes this week, huh? Altera's sword comes out. With this, we can change everything. But just as that confidence begins to set in, I feel like I hear a voice. Thanks. I'll leave the rest up to you then. I can hardly believe what I'm hearing.
Master!
これはどういうことだ。なぜそちらの奏者が消えかけている。
Saber's surprise is understandable. I don't understand what's going on. No. I get it. It makes complete sense. I reluctantly understand that there's no other way this can end. But was this really your decision, Hakuno?
待ってくれ、助けてほしい。セイバーのマスター、私のマスターを助けて。
They can't. It's impossible, even by the standards of everything up until now. Come on now. We've bent the rules more than we should have. Been able to several times already. We can't have everything, right? Let's be reasonable. Wouldn't you say so, other me? You, of all people, have to know this is a natural conclusion here, right?
それはどういうことか。奏者。かの奏者は倒されたわ。
It is time. Right about now is the time when Altera defeated Zephyr in the other world. This is when I vowed to myself that I would save Altera. When I sent my record back in time. As a result of that, the ending changed. We changed destiny. But in order for that to happen, one thing couldn't change at all. And that's the irrevocable truth that I'll disappear at this very moment. It's a fixed point in the timeline, no matter what kinds of tricks I pull. If I don't disappear, it means I never sent the record, or survived sending it, which isn't true. That would cause an error, so this is what happens instead. In other words, this is something we have to accept. I chose this fate when I sent the record. It was the only way. Even if I did survive somehow, I'd end up merging with the other me and lose who I am anyway, so I'm glad I made it this far. Because even if it was only for a moment, I was able to show you, not just tell you, but show you that your humanity is real, Altera.
でも消えてかけていく。なぜなのかわからない。知っていた。自分が消えると知っていた。知っていて私によくしてくれたのですか。私を恨むことなく
Poor Altera.
あんなに楽しく。
That's right. On this day, at this moment, this version of Hakuno runs out of time. A willing sacrifice to change to loved one's fate. Only she knew that, and she kept it a secret. She yearned to spend those days again with Altera. She chose to make the best of them, not for herself, but for her. In saving Altera, she got to live through her whole happy life with her all over again. Even if she was secretly terrified of the inevitable end, she went on to face it. You guys did great. We only had one chance at this. Sending off the record was a one-time deal, so we couldn't have blown it. But you did it. I wouldn't expect anything less from the real me. You were the victor of the Moon's Holy Grail War, after all. She smiles with such pride. In that smile, I see trust, admiration, and her best attempt to put up a brave front. Her bravery is pushing aside her fear of disappearing and how much pain she was in. There's no way that I wouldn't understand her because she is beyond a shadow of a doubt. Hakuno. The quantum time lock is about to kick in, and when it does, this world will form the new trunk of a tree, so to speak. That's because this world is the firmest, the strongest, the safest, the rifest with possibilities. Altera's dream is mere hours from coming true. So I'm okay with this ending. I've accomplished my life's purpose. Even if I was never really supposed to exist, I had a wonderful time.
ダメだ。嫌だ嫌だ。マスター。ダメだこのままでは消える。マスターが消えてしまう。それでは意味がない。一緒にいると言ったのに。
I did, and I'm sorry for that. Yeah, it was quite a lie, wasn't it? Please forgive me. Altera, listen. I'm glad you've learned how to grieve, and I hate that I have to go, but this is what it means to be human. Our lives are short, and we can't live forever, so we have to think about what we want to do with the limited time we have. My dream is that one day you'll race through the grasslands again, and now we know that that dream can come true. Even if you can't see me anymore, you'll continue on, and I will be with you. That means, or that's what it means to go on living. I think I understand that more now than ever. It's a wish that grows in every living body. Every living body, she says. The consciousness rests in the mind and the soul. The body only exists to produce those two, and so there's no need for it to have its own awareness. It's not even supposed to. But, although I can't quite put it into words, that awareness exists with more of a presence than any other right now. Someday, we will all be gone. Someday, all of our lives will end, and so the body wished for that unavoidable end to mean something. Please make the best of luck, or best of the time I've left you, I hear, so that after I'm gone, you can someday find the place we couldn't both reach.
でも、それでも私はお前と。
We really are running out of time. I'll give you the regalia, but don't even try to save me. Everything would be ruined if I merged into you. I know. Now that the mind and soul are united, my temporary spiritrons have stabilized. Even without the body, it's probably impossible to make a new body and merge with that. Or body mergers. It's just that there can't be two of the same existences. The complete Hakuno can't be created until the woman in front of us disappears from this world.
バカな。それでは意味がない。いや、頑張った甲斐がない。要は貴様のそなたの決意を知っている。最後の夢も知っている。だからこそ剣を取ったのだ。そうじゃ。いや、そうじゃとは異なるものよ。そなたの願いがあまりにも眩しかったから、それを見てみたいと願った。なのにこれはない。こんな結末があってたまるか。いや、そなたとアルテラトが二人で手を取り合う姿をやきもきしながらも美しいと感じたのだ。
I would fall in love with you all over again. I don't have any memories of you, Saber, but I'm a little jealous of myself.
そうだな。その通りだ。私たちは二人とも
Nero is strong.
この英霊に言い任された。敵ながら本当に恐ろしいやつだ。待つがいい、マスター。言われっぱなしでは私も悔しい。 最後にしっかりと文句を言わせてもらう。
You really want to go out on that note?
そうだと思う。こんな勝手なマスターに文句以外の何がある。だからはっきり言うぞ。言うぞ。楽しかった。誰かと共にある、誰かと寄り添うというのは実に良かった。他にも本当は言いたいことはたくさんあるが仕方ない。私は出会えたのがお前でよかった。続いていくことが生きることだとお前は言った。それが生命の真理だと。それを私も習おう。たとえ私が私を忘れたとしても、私はお前をずっと忘れない。肉体が崩壊しても、この夢が途中で尽きる時が来ても、お前というマスターに感謝をし続ける。ありがとう。さようなら、マスター。
Yes, thank you, Altera. Well then, time to finish saving you.
ありがとう。言い慣れないはずなのに、私は礼を言ってばかりだ。悪くないな。誰かに感謝を言えるというのは悪くない。誰かに見守られながら消えるのも。
アルテラ、なぜだ。貴様も消えるというのか。
ああ、マスターがいなくなったことでこのアバターは保てなくなったからな。この夢。
それでは結局世と奏者は貴様を。
いや、それは違う。お前たちは私たちを救ってくれた。私はこのまま本体に戻る。この記憶とともに、自らの手と足であの石室から出るために。その前にお前たちに告げておきたいんだ。ありがとう。なあ、私はうまく礼を言えているか。
アルテラ、ダメだ。まだ消えるで
Did
ない。
we fail?
ヨガ、許さぬぞ。
お前たちのおかげなのだろうな。もう以前ほど怖いとは感じていない。こうして崩れ去ろうという瞬間にもお前たちがいてくれる。私は幸運にも一人きりではないのだ。それに私は味わった。セイバー、お前が私を救うと言ってくれた時、私は初めての体験をした。感じ続けた恐怖を、焦燥を。あの瞬間、私はほんの一時だけ忘れられた。あれを指して人は呼ぶのだろうな。希望と。
マルスの剣。
そう、軍神の剣。私の力であったものです。いいえ、私であったヨスが。
Her speaking style has changed, and not just to the past tense. I think she's putting more than her warrior self behind her. She's also moving on from all the ages she spent resigned to captivity.
これを使ってくれ。未明領域に存在する優勢のかけら、 そのコアを破壊するために必要となるだろう。統合されたレガリアの王権だけでは優勢のかけらは砕けない。だが軍神と優勢の力を併せ持つ剣ならば、きっとセラフに残る優勢の勢力を一掃できる。かりそめの英霊であったこの私の本体、私も目を覚ませば力を貸す。だから安心してくれ。私に勝ったお前たちならば、ああ、お前たちは、生命は、お前たちは
We got the good Civ title.
壊れることなく。
違うぞ。それではダメなのだ。生命も文明も終わらせはせぬ。続いてゆく。悪しき優勢は確かに倒そう。だがそこには貴様がいないではないか。世と剣を交わした貴様だ。以前ほどには怖くないだと。ならば貴様は今なおも怖いままなのだ。のは諦めぬ。きっと肉体の奏者のこともどうにかしてみせる。そうだ、貴様のことも。世は
夢が、この儚くも愛おしい夢はもう覚めてしまう。
The white flower disappears. Her temporary cyber frame crumbles away, returning to the Titan. The scarlet flame, the hand of the Emperor of Roses, can't reach her. I couldn't hear most of her final words, but even so, I know what she said because it comes so close to what I heard in the record. It was a wonderful dream. And that is where we're ending this week. Next week, we finish the main story of Altera. Well, of Fate Extella in general. It probably won't be long, actually, because Chapter 6 is not long at all. But there is one part that I absolutely suck at, so that's going to be a thing. Watch me fail hundreds and hundreds of times, literally. So yeah, longer episodes this week because cutscenes. But I appreciate everyone for watching. So until then, I'll catch you guys next time.